Alohomora! This is the spell that Hermione casts to unlock things in the first Harry Potter movie and book. If you're like me, you really miss Hermione Granger. So who are Hermione Granger's literary heirs these days? Any ideas? I have some suggestions for young girls dealing with their own unique, magical situations who remind me of Hermione Granger. I hope this talk will, Lumos, give light to some very fantastic books. Let me back up a little bit. My name is Drew Durham. I'm a bookseller at Linen Tree Books in Los Altos, California. And these next 4 books that I'm about to talk about, I have promoted for 3rd to 5th graders several times. Published in 2010, The Book of Elsewhere, The Shadows by Jacqueline West is the first book in a series about a non-magical heroine, a young girl, brimming with personal powers and charms, named Olive Dunwoody, who must fight evil magic throughout her new house to protect her family. This girl, named Olive, and her hippy-dippy, absent-minded mathematician parents have moved into a creepy, quite aged, and quite certainly haunted ancient Victorian house on a historical street named Linden Street. When they moved in, Olive and her parents discover that paintings on the walls of the old Victorian home cannot move. Why is that? What holds them on the walls? Olive, the very curious and inquisitive girl that she is, explores the house and finds 3 familiars, 3 magic talking cats, Harvey, Leopold, and Horatio. And then she keeps looking, and she finds a magic pair of spectacles that can help her in to the paintings. Yes, that's right, there is a magical world beyond each painting. Throughout her adventures, Olive is joined by those 3 familiars, as well as by Morton, a boy made of paint from one of the paintings, who she befriends. You think that Morton being made of paint is odd, but the whole premise of the book is that there is a magical world behind paintings. Will 11-year-old Olive be able to face her fears, clear the house of dark, sinister shadows and shadowy creatures and shadowy characters? Read this book to find out. Savvy by Ingrid Law, 2008 Newbery Honor winner. Savvy is the name of special powers that each family member in the Beaumont clan have. Mississippi, nicknamed Mibbs, is the second youngest and our first person narrator protagonist, and she is turning 13 during the process of the book. The age when the magical members of her family gain, harness, and begin to understand their personal powers, known as Savvies. Her family has always told her how similar they are to other people. They hurt, they love, they fear, they try to enjoy life as much as anyone else. They also have their personal know-hows, known as savvies, geniuses, personal powers, or whatever you want to call it, like anyone else. Mibbs learns about and harnesses her savvy just before a family tragedy hits impacting their father, changing everything for the Beaumonts. Mississippi will do anything to see her dad before it's too late. She must run away from home to have any chance of seeing her dad one more time. They choose a Bible salesman's bus and an entertaining mix of tag-alongs join the adventurous foray where there's plenty of action, laughs, and mystery along the way, and miserable weather caused by one of her brothers. Will Mibbs get to the hospital in time? Can Mibbs do enough to help? What will Mibbs' personal legacy be? How will she use her savvy? Read the book to find out. Next is The Winterling by Sarah Prenius. Fur has never felt at home in her house, in nearby farms, or in her community. One fateful day, Fur saves a werewolf, what she thinks is a werewolf, from death. But it looks like more of like a boy. What really is he? Whatever he is, whatever he does, it seems to understand Fair very well and gets her to learn about her own personal legend and her family history. A family history she knew nothing about. She invites her to the way, down a passage into a land of magic, mystery, and plenty of danger. Fair feels much happier here. Her powers and all other magic are real, where magic is real. Unfortunately, a sinister huntress named Moore rules here, and Fair is an unwelcome visitor in Moore's land, called the Way. Fair finds out about her family's history, especially who her parents were, that she never knew. This inspires her to claim her empowering inheritance. Can Fair's personal powers be enough to harmonize and bring peace between the two clashing worlds in the Way before it's too late? What will her personal legacy be? Read The Winterling by Sarah Prenius to find out. Last but certainly not least is The Girl Who Could Fly by Victoria Forrester. 11-year-old Piper McLeod can fly all by herself quite easily. She knows her high-flying abilities to the general public in her area, and she shows them to the nearby public. Her parents don't really like the attention at all, and so Piper is sent to a maximum security school for other X-Men children with their own powers. The school turns out to be basically a science lab, and Piper is manipulated by the faculty into showing her flying abilities to the students, who then bully her mercilessly and become hell-bent on making her life as miserable as possible while at the school. Will the kids find out what's really going on with the school, with the manipulative faculty, before the adults have their way completely? Can Piper make new friends in a merciless school full of bullies? Can Piper stop the scheming and sinister adults and change the school forever, or will all be for nothing? Read this book to find out. As you can see, these books talk about the personal powers of the protagonist's little girls, focuses on their personal empowerment, revelations, understanding, and adventures, as well as their quest to use their powers to change their future. I believe that Hermione would be very proud to call Olive, Piper, Fur, and Mibbs her magical heirs. Now, Brutus Lectionem! Happy reading, everybody. Again, this is Drew Durham saying thank you so much for watching my book talk. Happy reading.